Shut up and
All right, everybody, welcome back to Rebel Trading Group Podcast. My name, obviously, is Nathan Oliphant, and with me, as always, is the gluten-free Jason Bessing.
The gluten-free
Let's hear
Jason
it.
Bessing. What's going on, Nathan?
Hey, man.
How you doing, my man?
I'm doing great. I just got back from vacation.
I know, man. I'm jealous. That's why we didn't have a cast for everybody last week. But, yeah, where'd you go? Tell us all about it. What'd you do?
I went to Key West. We did a lot of stuff. We did a lot of drinking.
That's what you do in Key West. That's part of the culture there, right?
Yeah, that's their business. We did some scuba diving.
Nice. Very nice.
Some scuba.
Some of the best
scuba diving.
Some of the best scuba diving in the world right there. And it's right in our backyard. It's only about a 6-hour drive from where I'm at.
The Keys are a different place, man. It's weird.
Dude, it's a different world for sure. And there's so much history there. It's just
Went to
place.
the Hemingway house. That was cool.
I don't know, I might have been in it, to be honest. I don't remember.
They got six-toed cats.
It's a lot of cats, right? Yeah. Okay,
There's like 50 of them.
I've been there. And of course, you did a lot of drinking.
Yeah, we went up and down
Did
Duval
you do
Street
any
a
of
couple times.
the pub crawls? Pub tours?
I mean, like, no. I mean, we just like went around and stopped, grab a drink here or there. If they had like a famous cocktail or something, we got that.
Well, nice. Splendid. Welcome back. We're always glad to have you back with us.
Good to be
here,
back.
Nathan.
Always.
Here. It's always good to come back
Together.
to reality every now and then. It reminds you why you work so hard. It's like, man, I'm going to work so hard so I can just do this all the time. I can be in the Keys all the time. I can just live off my stocks, my dividends, my covered call options, my spread options, all that shit. That's so it's always good to come back to reality. Gives
Should
you a
we
good
explain
little boost. So
what those are?
what? Start the
All
strategy.
of those things you said.
I mean, always. We should always.
Kidding. I'm just kidding.
I'm not gonna do that now.
Starting from the top.
Starting from the tippy top. No. So let's get cracking today. So first of all, I'm just gonna throw it out there. I'm having a little Crown on the Rocks at the moment, and it's funny.
Nice.
It always reminds me of the holidays because that's when I do most of my whiskey drinking. So Crown on the Rocks.
I'm drinking some Key West rum from the, I think it's called the Key West's first local rum or legal rum. And it's a glazed pineapple, natural flavor, dark rum. It's freaking delicious.
Oh, so
I put it on some ginger beer, and it's really good.
So I'm going to go on a whim right now. I'm going to create a new segment, and we're just going to roll with it. Okay,
Ooh.
I challenge you.
You know how I love segments that we don't finish.
I know. Well, here we go. You ready? Before we even get the market talk going, let's do a cocktail and a stocktail.
Oh,
Just an idiot trade that you've done, or like a brilliant trade that you always want to gloat about that made you feel like God. For me, I always laugh. I was looking back earlier. Remember when we were buying that college, NAUH?
Oh, yeah.
It was like I was convinced.
Who was
that was
going
gonna be
to that
the one.
university?
I don't know, man. But it had like...
God bless them.
Well, it paid like a 5% dividend. It was a $2 stock. I was convinced like that. I was just buy a bunch of that and you'll retire early, man. And
cheap stocks, high yields. That was the Google search.
That was just when I was... Yeah. That was how I got the ball rolling. Cheap stocks with dividends. That's my cocktail and a stocktail. How about you?
Okay. This is a pretty good one. And this is around the same time that we bought that stock. And this was around the time, so the stock is Frontier Communications, ticker symbol FTR. Yeah, drink up, baby.
Oh, man. Frontier Communications.
We
At least
bought
they're
it.
still listed.
Because if you reverse split, you just keep listing yourself, of course. So, I guess this is what happened, is they paid like a fucking monster dividend too. And they paid it I don't know. It was pretty cheap around then too. It was like $5, $6, $7. I think you bought it at like a good 8 or 9. I don't know. And then for the longest time, I kept buying into it. and it just kept tanking and tanking.
We
And
kept
like, I
thinking it
don't
was
know
going to turn
where,
around.
I don't know where in like this process, like I thought it was Jason's idea, and we had this argument one time, and I was like blaming him for suggesting this stock, and then like you defended yourself. You're like, no, this was your idea, and I was like, I'll be back, and I went back to like the text, which was like 6 or 7 months ago at the time, and I took a picture. I was like, yeah, you were right. I'm sorry.
I remember it. I remember it because you told me it was like a rural communications company. They were like headquartered in Tampa, and
They
I was
just-
like,
they
okay.
just-
They had like a $500 million market cap and like a
Verizon
7%
just sold some of their like their clientele to them as well.
Yeah, they like took. Yeah, they just took some market share in Florida too. That was a big move. It said that
That
was
wasn't
going to bring
enough,
in another
though.
700 million revenue. Didn't
That
do
and then
dick
going into
shit.
fiber optic.
Didn't
I didn't
do-
I didn't believe like in the fiber optic. I wasn't banking on that. I was banking on like the new customers. I was like, oh, that's a great idea.
Well, speaking
How
of the
much-
telecom world, we both have a stock we want to talk.
She's a beauty.
She's a beauty, and I'm talking about good old AT&T, American Telegraph and Telephone.
What carrier do you have?
I have used AT&T since my junior year of high school. We actually switched to AT&T.
How do you like them?
We switched to AT&T to get the iPhone because they were the only carriers of the iPhone at the time.
I remember that. I remember that at that time. That was huge.
That was huge. That at the time, I mean, this was '08. We were, juniors in high school. I don't know when the
Yeah.
fuck, or '07, I think it might have been even.
So that was freshman year.
But
Freshman,
yeah,
sophomore.
whenever that shit came out, that had to be so big for that stock because they were the sole provider. Now you can go to Apple Store,
Insane.
you can go to Verizon, Best
Insane.
Buy,
Anywhere. You can get it off the
AT&T,
thrift store.
T-Mobile, yeah, eBay. Yeah, so we actually switched to AT&T, but
You had to unlock an iPhone. Now it's like they have like universal iPhones.
oh yeah, you can
Then you
totally
choose your carrier.
Yeah,
I think
you-
that's like an option. Like when you get your iPhone,
You can
I don't know,
unlock
That might
them.
be crazy.
Yeah, but there's a reason why you shouldn't do it, and honestly, I don't go into that shit. I don't mess with the phone, dude. I need it for texting and calling people. I'm
Calling
happy
me.
playing
Hey.
playing a few games here and there, and listening to my podcast. Other than that, I'm fucking happy. Oh, and Waze. I need Waze.
Hey,
Anyway,
dude, I don't like Waze.
oh, dude, Waze is the way to go. Waze is the way to go, man. For sure. I hate Apple Maps. So inaccurate.
I bet you they were banking on people saying that.
Waze is the way to go. Yeah, I'm
It
loyal
sells,
to it.
It sells itself.
It's the way to go.
Long ways just for that slogan right there.
Owned by Google.
Long Apple. Or, I'm sorry, long alphabet. I was thinking A.
Alphabet. Yeah. Anyway, so AT&T, bringing it back. I actually became the
Ticker symbol.
third largest
T.
holding in my portfolio today.
I should buy
because
some of that.
she's on a dip, and when I finvizzed her ass, I was getting a 6.35% yield.
I think the market's due
So
for
I picked up a few
correction.
shares today. Why not?
I don't know.
6.3. I mean,
A few shares would be good. Yeah, why not?
a few, and I'm always prepared to buy more. But I always said that I like it in the low 30s. I think if you can get under 34, you're at a pretty good value there.
I want it at 25.
I mean, it's possible. It's
Coming
possible.
right out there.
If there's a plummet, then they're going to try and justify a dividend cut. I don't think it's going to be paying some 9-10% dividend.
They won't do a dividend cut. They've never done a dividend cut, have they?
I don't know.
They always
Actually,
increase
I
their
think,
dividend.
yeah, they're
I
always
think
growers.
They're
but-
one of the dividend aristocrats that keep, or dividend queens or whatever it's called, that keep raising their dividends. Right?
Yeah, I think you're actually right. I know that they are one of the holdings
Maybe.
of the Dividend Achievers ETF, and the Achievers are 10 years or more, and I know that they're part of that. I don't know. You never know. You never know.
Yeah.
It all works till it doesn't. And it comes crumbling down.
I'm on the
But I want to
Wikipedia
let you know I
page.
picked up a few shares. I also think that they're going to be pretty good with this Time Warner acquisition and then with the launch of their own streaming service, which is going to take serious market share from Netflix.
AT&T is on that list of increasing dividends for the past 25 consecutive years.
Okay, so,
Cut the dividend, I swear.
I mean, if they
Do
do
it!
they might just fuck
What if-
themselves.
hear me
So
out,
That's
what
why
if,
I'm
like-
all about buying this dip. They're just such a well-run company, and they've
What
always
if-
rewarded shareholders.
Hear me out how crazy this idea sounds. What What if all 25 of these companies cut their dividend? There's an ETF that tracks those companies.
I don't think that would happen.
What? I'm saying what if. I'm not saying it would happen. Is the non-plausibility of it just debunking your thought about it?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, there's just... yeah, I don't think that would ever happen.
Good input. I'm glad we had the conversation.
Well, what was your point of bringing up AT&T before we went live? Because I was getting that call.
One thing that I like that they're doing is they're screening those calls for you. I don't know if that's across with all carriers, but I like it. I think it's a big move.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, there's still some that get through, but
for the most part, it pops up.
AT&T telemarketer alert. Yeah, dude. I was listening to a podcast the other day, and they stated that there was like 18 billion spam phone calls made in the month of March alone.
Insanity,
dude. And you know what? They go for our parents. They go for our siblings. They go for our friends.
Fuck it, I don't pick it up. I let them go to voicemail.
And they're getting crafty, though. They get crafty, though. You know, they get some sort of data on you, and then they try to use that as a means to get in contact with you.
I hope the data they get on me is like, damn, he never answers his phone.
You would think.
You would think.
You would think. Remember when everybody got called from France?
No.
There was a iPhone thing that happened several months ago, and it was like 58% of iPhone users got a random phone call from France. And it like rang for like 3 seconds and then just hung up. And the whole point of it was hoping that you would call back, and then they would charge a ridiculous international fee for like $17 a minute or some shit. Dude, my mom ended up calling them for like 20 minutes because she butt dialed them. Like it called and it rang, and while it was in her pocket, and I guess it called him back or answered it somehow.
What?
Yeah, they're getting crafty, dude. They get crafty.
It should be illegal.
You would think. I mean, it's just like it's too hard to monitor. Probably. I imagine that it's just such a large scale thing. Like there's just no way you can control it. Like try getting all the marijuana off the streets. I don't think you can do it. There's a lot you can do. You can get violent, you can get hostile. I don't think you can do it in the end. Good luck.
Good luck.
Good luck. Anyway, you want to roll into some of today's market shit?
Yeah, dude.
So did you even hit us with the date? Hit us with the date real quick.
Oh, you want me to hit you with the date?
I want you to hit me with the motherfucking date.
July 23rd, 2019.
All right, we have the Dow Jones Industrial Average closing at 27,349. S&P closing over 3,000 still at 3,005. NASDAQ at 8,251. Gold at 1417, still continuing to be in an uptrend. And oil at 57.07, also uptrending. How's the cryptos doing, bud?
Bad. Oh, bad. They're off a high.
Well, we always start with Bitcoin, and I've got that at 9,716, and she's plummeting pretty much as we speaking, like over the past hour or so. Had highs today of near about 10.2, and has sold off about $500 of that, down 5%.
I thought I was gonna go for a ride around 3 o'clock or 3 o'clock my time.
We're down for 10% on the month.
Look at that 3 month though. It looks fucking ripe for takeoff.
Wow. Yeah, you're right. I mean, we could see a little bit more. I mean, you might be right. If not here, then closer to 9.2.
9. Yeah.
And then
we should run some Fibonacci numbers on it.
I'm continuing to hold it as a small portion of my portfolio. I've kind of haven't traded it in the past few days, just locked away. And I sold on the uptrend a little bit a few weeks ago. Mm-hmm. But yeah, just not doing much. Maybe setting itself up for a potential buying opportunity. How are the altcoins reacting?
Litecoin's getting rocked. Let's see. Let me change it to
88.31. She says.
Gimme. Come on. Gimme. Come on. What's my computer doing?
She's in at 88.31. She's got a halving event coming up.
Bitcoin Cash counts 7.21%.
How about my baby Doge? 2.002795.
By heavy Doge. Overweight.
It may be, unless you have the ability to go directional, both short and long Bitcoin, it may just be a good idea for the moment to just chill, maybe buy a few levels on the way down, but for the most part, kind of just chill. Don't get too aggressive with that right now.
I might put some layers on the cake right here.
I like that. That's a good way of wording it. Put some layers on this cake. Buy some Litecoin at 90, some more at 85, some more at 80. Kind of stair-stepping on the way down.
Oh, shit. What's the price of gold?
Stay loyal to it. 14.17.
So this is the stock I'm watching. I'll tell you later.
Do you want to just roll with it?
You want to?
Just keep going. Just keep going.
All right, cool. The ticker symbol is AAAU.
Triple A.
3 A's and a U.
Triple A.
3 A's and a U. Yeah, baby. So AAAU, AAAU tracks the gold spot price, less expenses and liabilities using gold bars held in a vault in Perth, Australia. Investors can redeem their shares for gold coins and small bars. Okay, the price of it is $14.14 right now. The price of gold is $14.17.
Correct. So it tracks, and that's $14.14.
Right.
Not $1,414.
Correct.
Interesting. So it's a single leveraged play on gold. Are you long gold right now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh. Yes.
For about what time frame would you say? Or are you just always
honestly?
Gold?
I've always liked the fact of being able to actually have the gold, and these shares kind of capitalize on that.
Are you more of a physical gold kind of guy, not a gold price kind of guy?
I'm a both kind of guy, man.
Yeah, gold's a weird thing because it's actually impossible to trade at the exact spot price. Same with oil; it's impossible to trade at the spot price. You have to buy a future ETF or futures contract that mimics the price, but you can't actually trade oil for $56. You can't. Same with gold. If the spot price is $14.17, but if you go to someone with a brick of gold, they're not going to pay $14.17. They're going to pay $13.60. They're going to get it for a little bit of a discount. They're not going to give you the spot price. So it's kind of impossible to trade it. So it's kind of nice to have an ETF that can get really close to it. This one seems to be a play like GLD, but much cheaper.
$14.14.
You know what my problem with it is?
No dividend.
It's non-optionable.
Oh, my God.
But, sometimes you don't need to be an aggressive asshole. And
don't have that much.
You don't have to leverage everything.
I got a nice chunk in there. Nice chunk of gold in there.
Well, I like it. It's what do you think should be the average allocation for gold at the time? 10% of the portfolio? Gold, 15?
I don't know. I'm no expert. 5?
Just call your shit, man. What do you think? If you could have a nice, well-diversified $1 million portfolio, how much of it would be in gold? I put
20% in metals.
So a little heavier than I would expect. See, I would expect something closer to 7 to 12. But 20.
Okay.
We are in an unstable market at the moment. Nobody knows what the fuck is going on. Nobody can predict this shit. Federal Reserve wants to cut rates. Apparently, we're about to.
Holy shit.
Apparently, the economy's going to shit. But what? I don't fucking see it. Do you see it? I don't see it. I think we're doing just fine. I'm seeing these earnings announcements. And that was kind of what I wanted to get to today was the earnings season that we're currently in. But coming back to that, the earnings announcements that are coming in, everything seems to be going pretty strong.
Yes.
And this is a core week that we have coming out here. And all the banks are done good.
I'm going to short the shit out of the market in October. Get ready. I'm coming for revenge.
Get the fuck ready. Shorten the triple leverage NASDAQ.
The quad top of the Dow Jones is going down.
Oh, that's funny.
Bloodier than ever.
Anyway, so let's keep this ball rolling. So we are in the middle.
I think that's a good thing to talk about right now. You're 3 months away from doing this. I think coming around like month 9, middle of month 8, around or middle of month 9. I don't know.
Good shorting
heavy puts. Yeah, I don't know.
Heavy puts, babe. Heavy puts.
Start thinking deep puts. I don't know. Get some capital. Some, what do you call that?
Just some December puts are sounding pretty good.
Ooh,
I think that sounds juicy, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Some December puts right now.
Yeah, some triple leverage.
Maybe not buy them right now.
No,
we may not be
way too early.
What do you say?
I'm
Big Short.
Time decays.
Look, I might be early on this, but I'm not wrong. It's the same thing. It's the same thing.
The time decay will suck you dry.
Yes, it will, and that's one of the problems.
I believe we should describe what we're talking about.
You want to talk a little time decay?
Yeah. No, okay. I'll talk about the put option that I'd like to buy. I'm going to want to buy a put option or possibly a put spread to mitigate risk, is how they put it. And a put is basically betting the market's going to go down. The premium will go up in value as the market goes down.
And the more time you have on the contract, the higher the premium. Because there's a time premium as one of the 3 factors of an option's price.
That number gets figured out by the gods and the experts.
So right now, I would not short. I mean, why we're not buying these puts right now? Because I think the market still has room to go up or sideways. Like if I have to call it, I think the market will go up or sideways. Those are my calls.
I think it's going to get greedy right now.
Absolutely. I think it still has room to run or do nothing. So if we were to purchase these contracts, we would lose lots of time premium because we would be doing nothing for the first part of our 6-month contract, 5-month contract, about the first 2-3 months. I would expect upward movement, which would hurt our short position, or I would expect sideways movement, which would also hurt our short position.
Are we bears?
I mean, not at the moment. I think if I had to pick one or the other right now, I'm a bull. Like if I got to put money to work at the opening bell tomorrow, I'm a bull for sure.
I want to be bearish. I want to be bearish.
I
when the
don't think
bearish.
it's the time. I don't think it's the time. But I think we're going to have an aggressive sell-off, and I like when you said October, and then I really liked when I said December puts.
Yeah.
October time frame, December puts.
Rebel Trading Group's aggressive option strategy is not recommended for beginning investors.
I would consider selling December calls right now. I like that idea. At the money, December calls sell right now.
What are you buying right now?
I mean, if I had to buy something?
Yeah.
Honestly, I mean, I mentioned it earlier. I'm liking AT&T.
Oh shit! Just sell the call on that.
I'm liking AT&T at this price. Also, I'm watching Philip Morris a little hard. I purchased a couple of them, and right before earnings, and she popped up.
How high giggity are you selling the call on AT&T? Well, I'm gonna look up the price right now.
Selling a call? I'm not selling a call. I would say.
That's what you just said.
No. I said You said what would you buy if you had the money? And I said I'd buy more AT&T.
No. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was like, what are you? Are you buying? You said something about AT&T calls.
Oh, I mean, if I had to put money to work tomorrow, I like AT&T calls for about
selling them,
buying them, buying about the 33.
Would you
maybe
rather sell them though at like a higher price?
I would sell. So if I was going to sell the covered call right now, I think I would sell the 34.
34.
The 34 for 3 months, October.
3 months, Jesus. The 30. That's going to get called away. $43 right now. That's selling for.
Get me out while it's high. and then we get ready for those December puts. Roll those winnings when they get called away at 34.
You'll get a dividend or two out of there, right?
Absolutely, Nathan. We'll get one of them.
$7 of dividends. Holy shit.
I don't hate it. Do you hate it?
Is that right? Hold on.
I think I kind of want to be an asshole and just load up on AT&T right now.
Is it 33? Do it. It's not a bad idea. I think they got a lot of things going for them.
Loading up on T. Yeah, they're managed pretty decent. You turn wealth to the shareholders. It's boring. It's a major player. It's a mega cap. I don't hate it. I don't hate it.
I did that math really wrong. Alright. So, that's the stock I'm watching was AAU. You're watching T, right?
I'm watching T at the moment, yeah. I'm liking that. I really don't want to open this can of worms, but I might.
Do it.
I'm also eyeing L Brands. She's on a pretty hard downtrend. She's pretty volatile. She seems to sell off a lot more.
Don't do it.
Her numbers are good. God damn, she's got some decent numbers, Nathan.
I don't like it. Jesus, $24?
Yeah, she's...
Get a grip!
She's down there, dude. She's down there. Return on invested capital is 26.
8.84. Just paying the dividend.
4.75 at the time.
It's just paying the dividend. Just enough.
4.75.
Is it gonna go up? Are they making money?
I mean,
what is okay? So the Victoria's Secret Bath and Body Works
EPS next quarter. I mean, they're growing. I mean, it's coming back.
They're brick and mortar, man. Squashing. I don't know. That's the speculation right there. I feel like.
You think Victoria's Secret can go out of business?
I think they need to adapt to the online sphere.
They have, but they still get their women in the store.
I don't know.
Go to a Bath and Body Works near Christmas time. There's 2 of them in the mall by me. There's 2 of those, and there's 2 Yankee Candles. And there's an L Brands. I'm sorry, and there's a Victoria's Secret. And a Pink right next door. They're all right there. Paying half the fucking rent of Simon Mall.
Are you buying calls?
No, I'm buying the equity. I wouldn't.
For the dividend?
I would buy the calls heavily at $22. $22.
The calls at the end of the week. I
want you to look at the
$50 for LB.
Can you look at the year on that?
What do you want for LB?
Actually, you don't even have to go to the year. Go for the year. Year or 3 month.
Okay. Which one do you want?
Go for 3 months.
Okay, 3 month is down 2.21.
Do you see the pattern on it? You might have to go out a little further. Yeah, it's there. It's right there.
It's like that
22 level. There's hard bounces off of 22.
Barely. Where's it going? 26?
Hard bounces again off of 24. I don't know, man.
Is it a basketball?
Still paying the dividend.
It looks like a basketball. Looks like a gator tooth almost if you turn it sideways.
Yeah.
Or you turn your head sideways, I guess. I don't know. Our city line. Nobody knows what the fuck's going on.
City line. Yeah. Dude, I always thought that looks like that looks like a mountain in Colorado with a bunch of buildings and a little church.
It looks like they're just paying the dividend. I don't know.
I mean, are you not about a 4.75% dividend?
It says 8.8.
What about growth?
Robinhood.
You don't think there's any more growth?
Talk about growth.
Robinhood's numbers are shit. Their shit's all off.
Your shit. What am I looking for?
Their shit's all off.
Sorry. It's all fake. So LB, are you watching anything else?
Not really. That's kind of just those are the projects I'm working on. L Brands, AT&T,
That's the projects I'm working on. Okay.
L Brands, AT&T. I'm always looking to buy little cryptos on a good, nice, one of those like massive, like when you wake up in the morning, it's like, oh shit, you went down 9% overnight. Okay, I see how this is gonna be. I see how we're gonna play this game. So, other than that, I'm a happy camper, Nathan. I'm just looking for green, kind of just holding a little diversity, and loading up on my large caps.
I can't decide on LB.
It's going to turn around. The sentiment will eventually stop. I think the dividend is
Its
gonna be
earnings
okay.
per share is down 25%
Over what?
this year.
I think they're going to be fine.
Hope to
I
God.
have faith in Victoria's Secret.
Earnings per share in the past 5 years are down 5%.
I have faith.
4%. You have faith?
Have some goddamn faith, Nathan.
What else am I looking for on fundamentals here? Why am I slipping on this? Sales. Sales is nice. Shit. What is that ratio that figures out how much money they're making?
The PE,
The price to equity?
price to earning.
Price to equity. You never heard of the the Rebel Trading Group's price to equity ratio?
That's price is the equity.
It's 1. It's a constant.
If it drops below 1, buy. No, that's funny.
We're gonna trademark it. The price to equity ratio.
OB cap price to equity is at 1. That's very strong. His picture just declined saying it. Looking at the OB capital price to equity ratio is 1. That's very solid. I mean, debatably, that could be the debt to equity ratio.
FTR with the 2 on OE capital price to equity ratio.
It costs more than twice.
God bless them. They got a good dividend.
Who?
FTR. They got room to go, right?
Dude, they haven't paid. They haven't paid since 2015.
I mean, like, I don't want to be
Suspended the
slanderous.
dividend years ago.
Somebody said I was slanderous. the
Dude,
other day.
just
I was
buy
like, "No, I'm not."
just buy some at the money puts right now, long term. Just go as balls out as you can. It's gonna
Would you?
continue.
I would go.
Let's
I would
just
go
fucking
short
do it.
FTR.
Fuck
let's just
yeah,
be.
let's
Let's
just-
be.
Buy the $2 puts. I literally want like 80 of them before like the split happens, because it's gonna reverse split again. So I want like 80 puts on that bitch.
What if we're wrong?
Fucking turn it
FTR.
around.
Somebody FTR
AT&T
CEO
buys
hears this.
FTR. Like, what's the furthest I can go? Right now, January 2021. What's at the money right now? I'll fucking pay it. I want the $2 put.
Oh, it's 129. It's optional. Let's get it, dude.
Buy the put. What's it at right now? 129. I'll buy
Buy the put.
Buy the
What?
$2 put. So it'll reverse split, like a
For how far?
50 to 1 reverse split.
January.
Fucking January 2021.
That's hilarious. All right. I'll buy. I don't know.
I'm gonna
10 of
buy
them.
that put, and I'm gonna sell the one, sell the 3, buy the 3, sell the 2.
For a credit.
Debit.
Buy the. I can't buy the one.
Yeah, there is no one. You just short the living cunt out of it. Short that cunt, dude.
Jesus, be careful.
Remember, there's a stock that's cunty. CNTY.
That's nice.
Anyway, FTR short. You could just go balls to the wall. That could be the one.
All right, let's close this out.
Let's close this out. We already know what we're watching.
Thanks for joining us, guys.
It's always a blast, dude. It's always a blast.
Thanks for joining us on the Rebel Trading Group Casual Trading Hour.
Get your portfolio up.
Yeah.
Like that, buddy? All right, man. Well, I love you. Happy trading.
Happy trading.
Buy AT&T, I guess, is the moral of the story.
Long T.
Long T. T for...
Shut up and sit down.